PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
Hold it ready. First down, fellas. Hey, check that, check that.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. And in order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Colts had 3-9 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Richardson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Let's go now. Drop 50, drop 50.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And the Texans scoop it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Stroud looking to throw. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Stroud and company going for it. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. This pass left side to Downs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Now a 2nd and 2. Richardson. Right side complete. That's Woods. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now Richardson going to shift things up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Back to the air with Richardson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field,
wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Shudak. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Shudak following the touchdown, back out to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Let's go.
Now Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First and 10, it's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Yards the pickup, first down. Now they'll change things up. Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle there by Nick Cross.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, it's Stroud. And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Okay, break.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Taylor on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They need 12 here. It's third down. Richardson off the play fake. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Stroud looking to change the play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And Stroud now to throw. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Shudak. And it's now 14-0. So then after the made field goal, Shudak back out to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Right offense, keep pushing the ball downfield. Get in the end zone, fellas.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Hey, ready.
Off play action, Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, here's Stroud. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.